Hello, so we have a 3 handicap game this time against the 13Q, and black managed to win by a pretty comfortable margin, but that's also because of the reverse commie. Otherwise the game would have been closer. But I guess in the beginning white missed some opportunities to catch up first of all and then take the lead. So let's have a look. This is fine, starting with the 3-4 move because the Josekis can be more complicated than playing Sansan or the Hoshi. Then black goes for a Sun SA. That's a very peaceful way to proceed with 3 handicap. Black can immediately attack the corner, either low or high, if he wants to play a bit more aggressive. Black already got 3 stones in the other 3 corners, so he can challenge white right away for the low right corner in this case. And for example, if we have this Joseki on the board, it feels good to develop the Moe on the right side. But of course, when black plays a move like a high approach, white can proceed with a pincer to make it a bit more complicated, and then black can decide to attach and keep white separated here. And there are all kind of Josekis. This would be one of the most basic variations where black settles in the corner but white develops on both sides. So overall it feels good for white because white wants to spray the stones all over the board in a handicap game to get into an even position pretty early. So black went away for the Sun SA. Then white approaches the top to limit the Sun SA. And this kick is actually a little bit questionable when having Sun SA on the board. I know nowadays the AI would recommend this kind of attach, but in general you want to play that move when you already have a middle side extension in place. So for example, if white would play inside approach and black already has the middle side extension here, in this case it's recommended to play the kick, because when white goes up and black defends the corner, white doesn't have space to extend ideal, so white has to play a narrow extension, which is a bit more uncomfortable. So this would be over concentrated or cramp formation for white. When playing on the outside, however, when black plays the kick, then in this position white is very happy to extend 3 space to the middle of the side, so that's an ideal formation to fix a base. Well, the actual move was the Ogema on the left side, and this leaves a little bit more agi in the corner. So white can still extend ideal in the top, which was the game move, but before playing that, white can test black in the corner first with an attach and Sansan. And now if black simply connects, white will damage a few points in center and then extend. So this way black becomes a little bit low on the left side and also kinda cramped. Well, that Sansan invasion can follow later. And actually when playing like this, white leaves other opportunities to, or other options to damage the corner, like instead of Sansan, black can white can invade at c16 or c15. So all these options are available, therefore it's okay for white to wait. Now black approaches the lower right corner. That's a good decision. That's a good move to prevent the corner enclosure and see how white reacts. Playing the attach here, it's a little bit probably not the best move in this case. So usually locally white should simply play Kosumi to prevent the pressing move at p4 or Keima, but also if white wants to keep the corner, he can use the kick and then extend, and now black extend on the side. This is playable, especially in even games nowadays. In a handicap game it still feels quite okay for black to develop like that. It's very comfortable. So white can choose some more complicated variations, for example a pincer of q8 or a larger pincer like r9. This way black may feel a little more confused. Well, black can put pressure, no b, and then counter pincer, or if this happens, the same thing, black can put pressure at p4 or simply one space jump Kosumi, Kosumi would be an old school Joseki. This used to be played a lot in the past. One space jump is also a way where black simply settles the corner, either with a turn like this or a slide, so make a base. And when playing p4, things can get also complicated. So white can push and cut. Now here, black can go down, and a very fierce fight can start this way. So usually these kind of fights will complicate the game quite early. And a simple variation here would be after the crosscut, black can attach, white extends, black goes up to prevent being surrounded, white captures the stone in a net on the bottom, and then black makes shape on the right side. So black is losing the stone on the bottom, but white will also probably lose the stone on the side. So this seems like a pretty fair trade for the local formation, and it's considered Joseki. So this could happen. What are the variations? Let's say on the pincer, on the loose pincer, black can play Kosumitsuki like q4. Then if white goes out, black simply secures the corner, white extends for a base. And now black can play away. For example, top right corner, because r7 and s2 are interchangeable points, or miai. If white takes one, black takes the other. So this is another way to settle the corner, both for white and black. Anyway, playing the attach on top of the stone like this, it's a bit questionable. And black's move in the game, it's the nobi, but he could hane instead. Now white usually nobi up, then black takes the key point to prevent the tiger mount here, and then extends back to r9. And in this position, white can already play away. But many times you see white playing another move like o3 or n3 because of the push and cut of p3. Well, the push and cut doesn't work right away. So for example, if black pushes here and cuts immediately, white can just capture. But then black gets the hane in the corner. So what often happens, black starts with the hane instead of push, just hane on the second line. And now white should protect with a table shape, because if white blocks this way, now the push and cut will be a problem, because when black goes down, it's threatening to catch the stones in the corner. So this kind of fight will follow. And then there's a large ko in the corner to kill everything. Just play the throw in here. And of course, black needs some big ko threat. And then he can capture the corner. If white eliminates the ko, black has to look for compensation somewhere else. Well, this kind of ko fight doesn't have to start too early in the game because there are no ko threats in Fuseki. But the edge is there, so that's why you see white playing another move to fix the problem. So back to the actual game. Black just nobi. White covers, that's a good move. And now white plays nobi. In this position, white can hane. So this reverts to a Joseki that usually starts with a Hoshi and a Sansan evasion. So if you go back to this point, let's say white started Hoshi, and then black comes inside, white blocks this way, go out, Keima, push, block, and hane. And this Joseki is quite popular nowadays. So white should strongly consider the hane in the head of 3 stones in this case. Black has to hane also. And the follow-ups, most of the time white here just tenuki right away. So for example, white approaches this corner and then extends back to set up a moe on the bottom. Now black can play Atari and descend in order to keep the corner safe, take the territory, and prevent all the variations white has with hane and double hane and so on. Now if white wants to play something right away in the corner, it's possible to play a hane like r2 and then either double hane or inside cut. These are the two most common follow-ups here. Now the point of playing the double hane is to cut and capture some stones in the corners. So if black simply Atari and takes a stone on the side. That was just bait, so white is happy to play Atari and catch the 4 stones in the corner. So these are completely dead. Therefore, black has to pay attention, and instead of going for a capture on the right side, he needs to play Atari on the bottom first. Now, if white connects on the outside and decides not to give up the stone, this S7, black will just continue damaging the bottom. So it's a trade. White gets some thickness towards the right side, while black takes the corner and gets into the bottom area. And if white blocks, now black can cut and capture the stone, but here white takes a Ponuki, still stressing the S5 cut and capture. Black has to protect, and then white extends from the wall. So again, it's a fine variation, both for white and black here actually. And the most common one these days is the inside cut. Now here black either blocks and captures the stone, or plays Q2 in order to take the corner and go out to the bottom. So this is a trade Joseki. And like this, white starts to look for the moyo in the right direction, while black has the moyo on the bottom area. Even that originally, white started with a block at Q3. So when you look at this position, you may say the wall, it's having a lot of potential towards the left. After the few moves in the Joseki, white actually switched direction to the right. So it's good to remember these follow-ups. They are very popular. So the game move was just Nobi. Black push along and white plays away. It's still okay to play one Hane to see whether black cuts or blocks also. Black will probably block on the second line, then leave the position like this and play away. So white attacks the bottom side, that's good direction to play. And black plays Hane to move on the forward line and start building the right side bigger. Well, black can think about a pincer like K4. And then of course white will go for the double Kakari. And things can get a little complicated here. But if you have this Joseki, white keeps Sente, and then again go back and Hane, and probably Nobi to stay safe, because the wall starts to be in danger. So Hane and white cuts. This cut, it's a little bit risky, because black can just Atari and push down. So now white stones are captured, and black also gets a lot of potential on the right side this way. But black decided to play Atari from below, which is strange, when he had the option to capture right away. And in this case, oops, white should go out, because if black keeps pushing on the second line, it's painful. Every move black plays on the second line is going to be 1 point, while white in the middle, for each move on the third line, he can hope to get at least 2 points. White played away, and now black took Ponuki. That's a powerful formation for black. It's a good decision also. And safe play too. Oops. So now white plays the inside approach, because the right side moyo starts to look quite scary. But white can continue in the lower left, as d4 it's kind of thin now. Anyway, not such a bad idea to go inside here either. And then make a base. And now the double approach in the lower left. That's fine. In fact, on the left side, if white plays r14 and black goes for a pincer like r12, white can play the double approach high in this case, and then Hane, attaching the corner and get into the corner like this. So the top side becomes pretty big for white now. All that area can turn into territory, and it's like 30-40 points. Besides, white also has the descent and Atari to get some potential in the middle later on. So that's an option. Oh, oops. I think I went back too far here. So now, okay, the base. Well, this base is quite tiny, so black can attack either with some cap moves or shoulder hit or take away the base like this. So white is on the run and then extend in the top, or just protect the lower left corner. So let's go back to the actual game. Well, this shape is not bad. Now in a double approach, and black played the double up. This move, it's a bit questionable. Black should either consider Kosumi to go out or attach one of the stones in order to keep white separated. Let's say this happens and then white invades the corner. Now black is interested in the left side because he already got the extension of d10, so he will block like this, then wedge to create cutting points, then turn once, and if he really wants to kill the stone on the left side, a shoulder hit or a pincer like this. Or if he wants to expand the moyo even more, should Keima, and this way can also reduce the bottom more moyo. So black has this option. Well, going out it's considered a bit slack nowadays, but in this case it's still possible because black already has the extension of d10, and the left side it's still very promising to get a large framework like this or like this. So playing this move it's a bit heavy and white can surround everything with a triple approach, but instead white slides in the corner and the slide is a bit too far. Just going Keima would be safe. Playing all the way to b3, black can separate, and then when white plays the clamp, black goes down, and then Atari and capture the cornerstone. So black could punish here, but it's better for white to surround everything, and now black has to look for I shape on the left side. And in this case, let's see. So white is looking for a nice moy on the bottom, but there is still a cutting point here. So yeah, white needs another move to fix this area. But it's always nice to surround your opponent corners and isolate them, so the corner is not going to build more later on. It's limited. So black invaded instead of separating here. That's a brave way to reinforce, but also a little bit too risky because white can just separate. So now both the two stones in the corner, which are heavy, and the h3 are in danger. Black is trying to connect under, but it doesn't work anymore because white played the Kosumi. If white plays a jump here, then it works to play the attach and connect one way or the other. So give up one stone to go on top. But after playing the Kosumi, that tactic doesn't work anymore. And here black is trying a desperate move. Normally he wants to play a tie like this, but when white connects there is almost no follow-up, so once again black has to separate the stones on the left side. So when playing Atari here, white made an error this time. White should just connect, because black is captured at f2, so if black plays Atari like this, white will just take. If Atari here, white again takes. So the two stones in the middle are still separated from the stones in the corner, which is a failure for black. So white should connect. And if white connects, black has to come out with his stones on the left side. Probably black will still play Atari here and attach in order to capture the corner. Then white surrounds everything, and black will probably add another move. Otherwise this can be dangerous for the life and death in the corner, and white really profit a lot here. So killing the two stones and also setting up this kind of moyo, which can turn into territory pretty surely. It's a big success for white. So taking here right away allows the cut. Now things are different. So black goes out, white tries to catch the two stones. Can black play Atari, Atari, Atari? Let's see. And then connect. Now white plays a double Atari. Then white needs to link under. And black comes out this direction. So this way, black seems to save both the bottom, the overplay invasion at h3, and the group on the left side. So this way, white can still capture the two stones. But white doesn't need to connect under. Black is trying to break out at j4, so white should block here. If black turns in the corner, white can also turn k3, and white wins the capturing race. Because white got more liberties with the g2 group, and black is down to 2 liberties. So if black plays moves like this, it's not going to help. Now black still has 2 liberties while white has 3. So this race, it's okay for white. And if black pushes more, white can hane and double hane. So in this case, when Atari and capture, white takes the 4 stones. In fact here, white can also play Nobi. Then when black pushes, white can push from behind, taking away liberty, and then block. Because now, when black turns in the corner, white still wins the semi. Only 3 liberties left. The cut here is not a problem. White is safe with the outside groups, having the wall around. So, once again, this is a failure for black on the bottom side. So this can give white a lot of territory and probably a slight edge to win the game. So back to the original game. White connects under and black managed to break out. The empty triangle is quite painful. White should consider the one space jump, and when black pushes through, white can play the bamboo. Now if black protects the bottom group, white can surround the left side. If black goes out on the left side, white can keep the pressure on the bottom group, but it's actually hard to catch this group anymore, because it seems black can make some I shape or keep running out. So this was a lucky escape by black, and now white doesn't look so good anymore. Playing this kind of approach against the d10 helps black get a pretty strong formation on the block. So here white should think about d8 or cap in order to surround the f5 group. Oh, black came inside. That's a bit too much. Actually here black should simply go out between the groups, because h6 is in trouble too. So if white pushes here, then shoulder hit once and get ahead to keep connected, because white still needs to fix the groups in the middle, and the wall is in trouble too. So this is floating, this one too. Not a great result for white in this bottom fight. A desperate attach invasion that normally doesn't work. White can just hane under and then connect like this or like this. If black continues with a push, white will connect under. On this hane, white can go out threatening the cut, and then hane on top of d10. That became weak. So hane both, that's possible too. And then white should continue pushing, because if black cuts here, white can just ladder. So connecting, it's a bit slow. Pushing, then black hane under, white can go down threatening the capture. If black captures here, white can squeeze first and then connect. So now black ended up very over concentrated on the left side. Once white connects, black can turn. So now white has to jump out, that's good shape. And here white can play the Kosumi or Hane to affect black on the left side, or table shape. But anyway, it's good to play some move to protect against the cutting point. The idea is to try to take center, so just playing the bamboo connection, black can ignore this. When playing the Hane, this will impact the D10 stone, so black many times may feel like trying to save it, so this way white takes center and can play another big point somewhere else. It's important in handicap games to push a little harder against your opponent. So now black push here, which is good, but instead of turning, he can extend from the wall. For example, m3. Now if white plays the Kosumitsuke, black can go up, and if white plays the attach, black can pull back, and white needs to go back and fix his bottom. So this way black can get the base in a very active way. So black turn, and white still extends very nice from the wall, which is pretty good distance having the 3 space jump. And now black played another move to capture the stone. This way white should push to put more pressure and then Keima. This way white can build more while black is still on the run. Well, nice idea to play Keima anyway. So black invested too many stones near the wall just to be safe in this area. Instead of playing this kind of second line move, white should think about c17 or c16. Then Nobi, Hane in the corner, push again, and leave on the side. This group is already alive. So there's more damage in the top area this way. Playing like that, black can cover, white has to pull back, and black has time to protect against the Sansan invasions. So white didn't profit so much taking the second line there. Black blocks the corner. That's fine. Well, white can still attach and Sansan. No need to take this stone yet. The group is quite safe. And black will just go out, so white needs this kind of Keima to threaten the captures, so black has to come back with a turn or the net. And at least white is out, so the sacrifice of D1, D11 gave white a forcing move in the middle. And yeah, Sansan invasion is an option. Now, yeah, black can play this move. The safer way is to Hane, Atari from behind and block, so like this black keeps I shape in the corner. Playing this way, black would capture the stone by going c18. If white comes out, black will just kill. So white can only play Atari b18 and connect under, but this is gote for now, so if white does it immediately, black will catch this stone. Later in the game, if the group gets around it, then it's a powerful way to remove black's eye shape in the corner. But black played Atari this way instead of capturing the stone, so in this position, white can just connect. No need to play in the corner, connect first, and later, in the endgame, turn, threatening to capture the stone. Because this reverts to the same idea of black playing the cut first and then white connects under, but white connects in gote instead of keeping center. So the whole point of playing this Sansan invasion here is to reduce a few points in center, then play away for another big point. But once white continues with the clamp and connect under, then white takes gote. Oh, black shouldn't connect right away. Too small. It's better to capture the stone on the outside, and if white takes the ko, black can still protect. This feels heavy, being a dumpling formation here. So that's a shape to avoid. Now white plays the approach, but black just captures the stone in the net. Normally, white can think about going out here with Kosumi, and if black plays the Atari, white just sacrifices one stone in order to keep the group under pressure, and well, giving up one stone will force the eye. Of course, black has the option to throw in and go down and capture two stones to leave, but it's still painful, playing so many moves just to survive there. So, jump. This attach, it's a little bit greedy. Normally, one space jump, or I shouldn't say greedy, it's more like a desperate move. Playing the one space jump is good because this threatens the RG at R7, so black should, R17, sorry, the Sun invasion, black should go out, then white Konsumi, and jumps out too. So if white plays here and black plays away, white can invade the corner, then attach, pull back, and this way he destroys some points in center in the top right corner. But attaching like this makes black stronger. Well, this Sun invasion is still a good probe, and then attach is fine, and pull back. Yeah, the same sequence. It's just that this exchange, it's a minus for white compared to having the M17 in place. And going out here, it's a wasted cotret. White shouldn't try. Right now, I should play somewhere else. For example, peep, and then try to expand the moyo in the top. So go down, black captures. White is trying to save that stone. Black can simply push and separate. It's better to pull back, and then when black pushes here, just give up one stone and get stronger in the center. Because when blocking like this, if black pushes, white is not able to block again, because this time black can capture everything. So in this case, white has to go up, and then black can build more by playing Keimo. Push again from behind. This feels good for white to stay ahead and build the box. Better peep and jump to build more. But white has to pay attention with the group in the lower area, so white needs to move around here. And then think about the peep from F11. Like that's like this, playing the H14, white is probably going to build a smaller territory in the top. But anyway, it's really dangerous in the middle left. So white needs a peep and some Keima to fix size in the center. That's good. Should peep one time like this, and then use the other peep. Because here, white can push through. Well, before cutting, white should just lean on the bottom group. Because this way, black might still feel in danger with the entire wall. And then white can go for a counter attack. Okay, black protected the middle, and now he's giving up the two stones just to be safe. That's a good decision. Here white should take right away, because after capturing, white can push and cut from behind. Playing the block, black has Atari, and white still needs this move, so white wasted G10. When white connects here, if black plays away, white has the push and cut, and it's no longer Atari. So this means when white connects solid, black needs to protect too, and then white can play away. White doesn't need another move in the center. White can just go down or play any other moves. So here white is losing tempo with the block that allows Atari. This looks like a Tesuji. The block is fine. But what if black just connects? And now black is center. Like this, black is good. Should answer this Atari and later worry about the corner. And also white can play the Hane to prevent the Atari, and then when black blocks, white can just play away. But now that the position is pretty settled all over the board, so it's hard to find any ways for white to build more territory and also damage more of the black's territory. This is a good defense, so white is keeping the eye shape. Going down here is wrong. White doesn't have to play anything, because anyway, if white plays s1, black will Hane, so there are no points, and when going down, black has the throw in at s1. So now if white captures, black has Atari from behind and it's impossible to connect, so that creates a Dame Tsumari. Also, after playing this move, when white connects q1, black has Atari and this is a snapback. But if black connects, white can also connect s1, and now white build 2 points. So white got away here with an overplay. Then black plays away. Oh, this Atari is good to be answered, because next black has to connect back or white can capture a stone. Playing away, black can take right away, and now the entire group on the right side, it's in danger. So black protected against the monkey jump, and white plays away, but black should still capture right away, and then Atari from the outside, and then surround everything. Now it's actually quite difficult for white to leave. One eye only. So everything is dead and white should resign now. Black never captured r11, at least once, to see if white protects by going back or block. In this case, white should pull back. So now push. White finally connected. This is losing points too. Should go out. But the problem is, black can cut and capture the stone on the left side. Well, it's a trade. White builds a lot in the middle this way. Giving up the stone, white is building less, and black again can push and cut. Oh, this Atari first. No more cut. Tack, 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 tack. This is dangerous. And now Atari from behind. If white connects, everything dies. If white goes out, there's a call to kill 4 stones. So playing here, it's too risky. Well, saving that stone is not even worth it. Better Hane here in Sente, and then Hane and connect on the second line. But anyway, from here on there are only small moves, both for white and black. Can black play this move? So on this Atari connect, on this Atari Atari, and take the 4 stones. Yeah, black doesn't need to play inside. And black could play Atari like this first. Because if white connects, black captures everything. And if white blocks, black has the option of ko, but right now it's no need. This is a bit small. Better block h2. In the end, black can hardly make half a point here. 2 moves for 1 point. Black should take the 2 stones. 4 points are bigger than 1 or 2. White could fight that call, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still a pretty big difference. Here, black can play b1. If white plays c1, black is threatening a snapback, white connects, and black plays a throw-in, and this results into a seki. And if white connects here, black can push, white blocks, and black makes an eye. One eye against one eye, again mutual life. And if black goes here, white goes here, black can push. White doesn't want to start the ko because everything can die, so white will play another move. And again, there are two common liberties, so this is a seki. Which means white is losing all the corner points. But cutting, it's not the same thing. So normally, white should play another move here, and then there are 7 points in the corner. If it's a seki, they are 0. Now it's no seki. Black could capture in sente and then play other moves. Nothing works here. White can protect this way and answer all the 4C moves. White has an eye and black has none, so well, that works too. Some danger. Not really. Self Atari, very good. And that's pretty much it. So black won by 14.5. Hope you enjoyed this review.